Welcome to the Choc and Roll Show. This is episode 11. Choc and Roll. Welcome to the Choc studio with me, Ollie the Choc.
You gotta feel it in your soul. You gotta believe it, you gotta know. You gotta wake up and dream and go get it. A visionary knows no limit. Do it big so your name be remembered. Play your cards like the hand of a winner. Eat your breakfast but make room for dinner. Got a hunger for success and my dreams getting bigger.
You're gonna dream big, you better dream large. Blocking lanes on the boulevard. Calling shots cause you're in charge. You're gonna dream big, you better dream large. You're gonna live life like a renegade. Come to the top of your piece of fame. Calling shots cause you're in charge. You're gonna dream big, you better dream large. 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 You're gonna dream big, you better dream large.
Welcome to the Choc and Roll Show, episode 11 with me, Papa Elf. Sorry, me, Papa Choc. No, me, Ollie the Choc. See, it's live. Anything can happen. I can't even remember my own name. How are we all today? How are we feeling? Let me just turn this down a little bit because as much as I love that movie, how much do you love the movie Elf? I watched it for the first time this Christmas last night. Me, Kim and Romy just sat watching Elf. It still makes me laugh. There's still parts in that film that literally have me in stitches. Let me know your favourite bit in the Elf movie and we'll see if we're on the same wavelength and on the same page with this. Welcome to the Choc and Roll Show. If you're just joining me for the first time, this is my live show. I'm here every week bringing you new recipes, new ideas. We're not far from Christmas. I think it's 18 days now till the big man comes down your chimney. So it's exciting. We're feeling festive. I've got my Santa. It doesn't say Satan, it says Santa. I'm very excited for Christmas and we're going to be making some festive treats over here. So if you'd like to come with me past the swirly whirly gumdrops and through the chocolate river into the Choc studio. This is where I will be making some chocolate baubles, but not just any baubles. These are chocolate bauble bombs. I just made that up. It's now a thing because what it is it's all chocolate. You can hang it on your tree. It looks like a real bauble, but what's inside it is marshmallow, crushed Oreo, fudge pieces, and it all melts into the milk. You drop this. You drop the bomb, drop the chocolate bomb. Who's familiar with those? I'm sure some of you are, and some of you probably made those before. Mandy, good evening. Thanks for joining. And thank you, everybody. If you're tuning in, give me a wave, drop me some emojis. We're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So let us know that you are watching, and I hope you're excited as I am for these array of chocolate goodies that I'm going to be demonstrating. I can hear sleigh bells, actually. Can anyone else hear sleigh bells? Who's this? This is my special guest today. Come here, Lila. This is my niece, Lila. How old are you?
12.
12. She's nervous. Look, she's nervous. Don't be nervous. You don't need to be scared of this lot. We've got Matthew Platt watching. We've got Elaine watching. Guys, thank you so much. Give Lila a big warm welcome and a big emoji hand wave so that she can feel welcome in Choc Studios. This is your uncle's show. How cool is that? I actually thought Father Christmas was here early. I thought the reindeers were on the roof. Honestly, I was excited, but then I realised we've got 18 days.
Yes.
Are you going to be able to sleep on Christmas Eve?
No.
No.
I never can.
No.
Every single year.
Me neither. And I'm a very big kid now, but yeah, I love Christmas. Yeah. It's going to be good. And you've got lots of brothers and sisters.
Yes.
They've already met Giorgio. As you can see, Lana's a bit bigger than Giorgio and a bit more mature, aren't you?
Yes.
So, you know, that's the difference between you two. You're the older sister. And so there's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of energy in your house at Christmas. Everyone's saying, oh, you can see the comments. So if you ever want to see the comments, Lila, you can see. We've got Pat, we've got Nicola, Mandy, Margot, Jane. Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've just remembered, actually, they've got to get my gold powder from down there. So maybe I'll leave Lila to it for a bit and you can just run the show while I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Right, so I'm just going to turn the chocolate. I'm not going to leave you yet. I'll get you warm you up into it. I'm just going to pop out for a quick pint while you crack on with the show. Is that all right? Lila, what's your favourite kind of chocolate?
Probably milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate, and any particular chocolate combination? Like you can see, we've got the Oreo, we've got the chocolate popcorn that we made last week. I'm into my salted caramel. What's your favourite combination?
I like I love the fudge.
Okay,
I love
the fudge pieces are good. And you're too young for Bailey, surely. She's let us into a secret before that her mum lets us out. What is it she made you?
When we went to Manchester Christmas markets, she gave me like a hot chocolate Baileys.
Hot chocolate Baileys. Do you think we should make a hot chocolate Baileys tonight? Who wants me to make a hot chocolate Baileys? Let's do it. I'm not condoning underage drinking, by the way. I did used to have a little tiny Baileys when we put up our Christmas tree. That was in the early 90s. But, you know, I drink responsibly. But, okay, so I'm going to show you. We can see the machine here, can't we, on the main shot? Let's just flick some camera angles so you guys can all see what we've got in store for you. So Harriet's on the camera. Shout out to Harriet. Shout out. On that camera. Could you hear me whilst we were on the other camera? Please let me know in the comments, because we had a few little technical issues with that angle. But this is from up there, Lila, so you can see the close-up shot of all of the. We've got chocolate smash, we've got some baubles. It's all happening. Okay, no sound again on that camera. Mandy, thanks for letting me know. Okay, at least now we know. We might still use that for a close-up, but we won't be speaking. At least we won't be saying anything of interest if we do that. I'm going to show you how to make the chocolate baubles. You've probably seen me do this before. Lila, I'm sure you've seen this a whole bunch of times. Yeah. But here we go. This is my chocolate bauble mould, and it's 6 half baubles in the one mould here. I'm just going to flood the mould, filling 3 inserts right the way to the top. I'm just going to pour that down into the other side, roll it round, and then I'm going to shake off the excess. So all the chocolate comes back out, and just scrape as much excess as possible and leave that to set. That is literally it. I would normally do a couple of layers to make it a little bit thicker, but that's up to you. So if you do decide to make these at home, you can use these polycarbonate molds, which are solid, durable, last forever, much easier. You can get those on sites like Amazon and eBay, but they are a bit more expensive, obviously, than the silicone one. Could you grab me that red one there, Lila, just so that we can show the viewers at home what we mean by that? So you can see how flimsy it is. Give it a shake around that, Lila, so you can see how flimsy that mold is. It works, but it's just kind of difficult. You can imagine.
Yeah.
Trying to roll the chocolate round in there.
And it'll be like all flopping out and everything.
Flopping out everywhere. We don't want that, do we? But it does work. So if you want a cheaper alternative, you can grab yourself one of those. Again, Amazon, for a few pounds, whatever. Right, so I've got my half bauble mold there done. We will then put that in the fridge or the freezer to set. For now, I'm just going to pop this over here. And Lila, I'm going to give you the job of putting together some hot chocolate bombs.
Okay, yes.
All right. So I'm going to get you a little piping bag of milk chocolate.
Okay.
So to begin with, I've got a little station here. And this is a great thing that you could do at home with the kids, with families. Set up your own little hot chocolate bomb station. These are big berthas. These are for big hot chocolates. I just made these for a little bit of fun, really, to show you the different sizes. But for your hot chocolates, that's about the size that you want, one that would fit on top of a mug. These are some I made earlier. They've got bits and pieces inside. Hello, Michelle Ward. Hello, Pat. Thank you for joining us. So we've got Lila with me tonight, my little assistant, my little reindeer. So these have got crushed Oreo fudge pieces, marshmallow inside. So Lila, if you grab these and you just literally, do you remember what I was saying before? Just spooning some into the half shells. All right. And whilst you're busy doing that, I'm going to have a quick look for my gold powder, because we're going to give these a little bit of. We're going to pimp them up with a little bit of edible gold. Oh, I love that camera angle. That was great. That. Hello, Rachel from the Seashell Trust. Rachel and Megan, big shout out to the Seashell Trust. I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for joining me. You see the chocolate houses. Michelle Ward. Okay, so Michelle in the comments is saying that her kids loved her Home Alone one. So I made this last week. I made these houses with the silicone molds, which are, you know, gingerbread molds really, but we adapted it to make a chocolate one. Harriet has got a picture here of Michelle's chocolate house, and she really went to town with it. She did the whole Home Alone. Very, very clever. Do I include drinking chocolate in my chocolate bombs? Actually, Mandy, that's a really good question. I haven't done with these ones. I've made these extra thick, so there's actually enough chocolate in the bomb itself. But what we could do, Lila, is we've got some chocolate buttons over. You can actually just put just a couple of chocolate buttons in each one as well. Yeah. This is just a bit extra chocolatey. And if you've got any dark ones left, my friend Alex came earlier, and he's vegan, so he can eat the dark chocolate. And yeah, he's left me with half of what I had, but I'm glad that he enjoyed it. So the dark ones give it a little bit of more, you know, richness, which is very important for hot chocolates. Yeah, so this time last year, it's a very good point, that, Rachel. I wonder if it was is it to the day? It could be to the date. This time last year, we did a Guinness World Record, and down there I've got my Guinness World Record certificate. Do you remember that, Lila, when we did that? It was so much fun. So we had over 500 people making chocolate lollipops online. We used an app called Blue Jeans. So we had everybody from around the world, people in New York, people around Europe, all around the UK. And it was all for the Seashell Trust. So we raised lots of money for the Seashell Trust, which was fantastic, which is for disabled children. And their facility is incredible. So I'd recommend that you check them out. And if you're feeling generous this Christmas, you know, donate whatever you can to the Seashell Trust. But we had a lot of fun. Mandy, thank you so much about the Holy Grail and the sprouts. I'm glad you got those. Mandy was a competition winner. We were for sharing this live. So thank you, Mandy, very much. I'm glad that you got your free chocolate. What's not to love? Hey, free chocolate for sharing. Happy days. Right, so what we'll do, I'll get you a piping bag in a minute.
Yeah.
And we'll glue those together.
I've done because I don't really like dark chocolate, not gonna lie.
Okay, well talk through to the camera what you've done and why you've done it, what you've chosen.
Yes, so I've done one from Claudie because he said I'm gonna put some more in it. All those green ones.
Uncle Oddie, by the way, that's my name, isn't it, Lila? Lila used to call me Uncle Oddie when she was a toddler, and that is stuck. And now all my nieces and nephews call me Uncle Oddie.
Yes. So I have done, because I don't really like how strong dark chocolate is. So I've gone for white chocolate because I'm not gonna lie, I quite prefer the taste.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer
sweeter,
it over
creamy.
Yeah. I prefer it over most chocolates now. I think it's quite sweet.
Yeah, kind of sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Milk, white or dark chocolate. Mine is milk chocolate. Mine is salted milk chocolate. Let me know in the comments what your favourite chocolate is, or what's going to be your indulgence this Christmas. Is it Terry's chocolate orange? After 8, something a classic like that. I've got some silver, and some bronze. We'll go with that one. It's a little bit different, and makeup brush. So.
Oh wow!
Right, Lila. To begin with, if you can stick these together, so you guys at home, you want to stick your baubles together. So it's a bauble. It's going to look like an actual bauble, but it is a chocolate bomb at the same time. Sorry, I just knocked my little toys over, my ice cube figure. And you can do it this way, where you literally dip it in the chocolate, a bowl of chocolate, or you get like a hot plate and you just melt the edges and then stick it together. But we're going to have a little bit of fun piping this one, so I hope that's all right for you. You might want to use 2 hands. It's up to you, however you feel most comfortable. So, yeah, perfect. Whilst Lila's busy sticking those together with her chocolate glue, I'm going to move on to some Bailey's Truffles. I had a little bit of Bailey's last night for the first time this Christmas, and I was watching Elf, and that taste of Bailey's for me is the taste of Christmas. I don't know about anyone else. It's just got something about it, and I can't wait to get home tonight to have a little bit of the same. But I'm not going to get home till late tonight because I'm doing a live stream into America. So I'm here doing a live live class, 10 o'clock, so 10 till 11, to the west coast of America. And I've got a company there who are making chocolate pizzas. And there's about 200 of them all making chocolate pizzas and chocolate lollipops. So they've all got their kits. And it's going to be fun. I can't wait. So I'm going to have 2 different camera angles, hopefully. The main one, the portal, and then like the overhead shot. So that's going to be cool. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably see some stories late at night tonight, late night chocolate missions. But yeah, I'm going to make some Bailey's truffles because, I'm in the mood for Bailey's now. Don't know about you. Who wants to see some Bailey's truffles? Jay Temple loves Bailey's. And Megan, hey, shout out to Megan there, loves Ferrero Rocher. Yeah, that crunch, isn't it? The hazelnut crunch. So these are the cups that I made earlier. So these I've set. So I can pull those out. When the chocolate sets, it shrinks. So it just releases. It's a very busy little station today, but that's just how we like it. Chocolate mess is good mess. Chocolate everywhere. It's a dream come true, really, Lila, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's it like growing up in a chocolate factory, or like in a chocolate family, should I say?
Well, I'm very lucky because having a chocolate family, it's really good because you get chocolate all the time for free.
And do you still like chocolate?
Yeah, of course I do. I'd never go off chocolate.
Me too.
Because, be a bit rude if I didn't like chocolate.
You feel
anymore.
rude, yeah. You'd feel like you were letting the family down.
Yeah.
I love that.
But the taste of chocolate, I don't think you can't not like it. Some people might be like not allowed to have chocolate.
Yeah.
Like people who are vegan, but Uncle Eddie and Pampa still make like vegan chocolate, which
we do. We use rice milk, don't we, instead of dairy to make vegan chocolate. Great job, by the way, sticking together her chocolate baubles. Fantastic work, Lila. We'll dust those off in a minute and show you the finished bauble. And then we'll also add some hot milk, and I'll give one to James and one to Harriet. So shout out to James and Harriet in the studio today. Loving it. It's like studio audience / camera, sound, technicians, Team Choc Digital. It's the Choc and Roll Show every Wednesday. Kalini, hello Kalini, thank you so much for watching. I can see Kalini's watching on LinkedIn. I can see Mandy and Rachel watching on Facebook. Wherever you're watching this from, if you're watching on Twitter, give me a tweet. If you're on Twitter, screenshot this and send it to me as a tweet and just let me know that you've been watching. It's just good energy, and it's great to be able to share these little recipes with you. If you just joined me, quick recap, chocolate baubles. Molds like this, which is a hollow sphere. Sorry, Harriet. Yes, it's a hollow sphere. We've also got the silicone version. I'm just going to lean over my Reindeer. You can use that option instead. You can get those off the internet, shall we say. But this one is much more durable, easy to use. It's going to be a bauble, but it's going to be a chocolate bomb as well. And we all remember last year, it was like TikTok was like just chocolate bombs, wasn't it? That was it.
Yes.
That's all you saw on TikTok. TikTok choc bomb takeover last year. What's this year's trend, Lila? You're on TikTok. What's the trend on social media, do you think, at the moment?
Well, to be honest, not many people like start trends anymore. When on my For You page, it's normally just people like lip syncing or like dancing.
Okay.
Because
back to that again. So it's gone a full circle because that's how it started, really, isn't it? Musically.
It started like in Musically where you're doing like lip syncing. Then it moved on to dancing. Then it was like slime and stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And then there's been lots of trends actually.
Yeah, it's
TikTok.
Interesting the way it all goes. I love making little videos as we always do with the live shows, and then just taking little bits of this off and sharing it on TikTok as well, because we can record some bits of this, can't we?
Yes.
And post it on TikTok. Right, I'm going to make some more of these cups so that you can see how these are made. Really easy. Again, polycarbonate mold, and it's very convenient that I've got my chocolate machine here, which means that the chocolate is already tempered. But if you don't have one of these machines, I would be surprised if you did. It'd be pretty cool if everyone had one of these in the kitchen. Then,
yeah, that would be really cool.
The advice that I'll give you, as always, is just make sure that your chocolate is tempered. So you melt it and you cool it down by adding solid pieces until it's cool to touch on your lip. That's it. Make sure it's cool to touch on your lip. Make sure that if you've got some lumps in there that they are not melting I'm just shaking off all the excess. And that is how we make the cups, which I thought would be nice for the Baileys. I don't have any white chocolate melted, if I'm honest. I would normally use white chocolate with a little tiny bit of milk chocolate so for the center as well, I would use white chocolate with a tiny bit of milk chocolate so it's like a Bailey's colour.
Yes.
But as you can see, I've got lots of milk chocolate here. So I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to add a splash of Bailey's. I'm going to crack this one open. It's a new one. Perfect. I'm just going to add a little glug of Bailey's there. And it's from my machine. I'm just going to take... So it's 1 part cream, 2 parts chocolate to make a ganache. We're replacing the cream here with Bailey's completely. Yeah, you can dust away, Lila, if you want. You could put a little bit in the lid.
Yes, good idea.
A little bit of that
There's already some in there.
dust in there. I'm going to give this a really good mix until it's all the same thickness. It's all one colour. It's going to smell amazing. James and Harriet are going to help us eating these, I think, Lila. In fact, it was James's idea to do Bailey's truffles, so I think it's just so that he can eat them, really. And what about you, Harriet? Do you think you like the idea of Bailey's truffle?
Bailey's.
Yeah.
Anything with Bailey's.
Oh, really?
I love.
And is that a Christmas tradition, or just in general Bailey's all year round, or?
It's a Christmas thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
it is, isn't it? Yeah. Have you had Bailey's chocolate before? Is that a thing?
No.
No.
Never had a Bailey's truffle.
But would you have like Bailey's with chocolate together, maybe?
Oh yeah.
It goes well, doesn't it? It goes well together.
Definitely.
So there we go. So I'm just giving that really good stir up so it's very thick. Yeah, I think the two just go hand in hand. I mean, Bailey's really is just like caramel, isn't it?
But alcohol.
But alcohol, yeah. Do they do a zero alcohol Bailey's for anyone who doesn't drink alcohol?
That'd be very good.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
Sure they do.
Probably in like America. Do they do Baileys in America?
It's a good question. Anyone watching from America? Do they do Baileys in America? Surely they must do. Right, so I've got my centre in here. Let us know where you're watching from, guys. Give this video a share as well if you can. And we'll come back to the comments a little later. So if I don't get back to you during the live, I will clock the comments later and come back to you. Yeah, let us know where you're watching from. Give this video a share. Mandy says that the bauble looks beautiful. If we just cut to the overhead, actually, you can have a closer look on that. Yeah, that's amazing. Hold that right up to that camera up here, Lila. That's it. And you can see how shiny it looks. I know it's kind of hard to... I always do the same. It's almost like you can see yourself. It's like that bit in Home Alone when Kevin puts the bauble on the tree and he sees the burglar in the reflection of the bauble. So these are security conscious, these as well. Be able to see, hopefully not see the burglar, but, you know, keep an eye on what's going on in its reflection. Maybe actually, if we also showed me piping in the mixture into the chocolate cups. This is just Bailey's and chocolate. Like, you're having a good time. It gets everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's going on my face.
James and Harry know about this. This powder is, once you've been working with it, it's literally airborne. It's in the air, and it's like it settles overnight. And you come back in, and the whole place is just like copper or bronze or gold or something. Leah, thank you so much, guys. Give this video a little share just to spread the Choc love and tag people in to the comments if you want to share a little bit of this festive inspiration and festive recipe inspo. These powders you can get online as well, quite easy to get. You can buy them in. James would actually do a spray one. Have you seen those, Lila? You just like spray the powder on stuff. So they're really cool. I might as well use all of this up because I have a feeling that they won't be wasted. So I'm just piping the mixture into the cups, leaving a little bit at the top that I'm going to seal with chocolate. I'm actually going to put a little bit of sea salt on top of these as well because I just think that's going to be the perfect finish. That Moorish salty crunch at the top. Right, so I'm going to use the rest of this up. So squeeze that out. Looking good, those, Lila. So you can write messages on them.
Something I just realised.
Okay.
I didn't do a mark on it, so I don't know which one has the white chocolate in it.
Ah, well, there we go. We have a
Taste
similar
test.
situation to the sprout roulette where we had a real sprout, but
Oh gosh.
a nicer surprise. But I guess if you were really mean, you could put like pretty minging things inside there. Couldn't you? Pretty disgusting. What would you put inside a chocolate bauble?
Me?
Yeah, like if you were going to play a trick on your brother.
Rob.
Reminded me of your sister then. My sister, your mum.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably. Because my brother always tricks me.
Oh, does he? What does he do? What does he trick you with?
Well, he always pretends, because he says to me, Lila, I just put like a chocolate bar on your bed. I go upstairs and get it and let
Right.
me have your phone. So I said, I don't know if I should trust you
Don't
there.
be.
But I fell for it, I gave it and took my phone, and on my bed there was an empty wrappet of like a little like drumstick lolly.
An empty wrapper.
Yes. Which is
Giorgio. Cheeky monkey. So you could put a sprout in his bauble then, do you think, after that?
or he hates dark chocolate, so I could put like a big blob of dark chocolate in.
So what would you prank your relatives with inside your bauble? Inside your chocolate bomb? I mean, if... Yes, sorry, Harry, yeah.
Did you say it was 2 parts chocolate and 1 part Baileys? Or...
So it's 2 parts cream, 1 part chocolate, but I've replaced the cream with Baileys. So, yeah, it's Baileys Irish cream for me today. There's a little bit left in there, which... Oh, in more ways.
There's 3 baubles done, which...
Fantastic. So shiny. Right, I'm going to get myself a new piping bag because this one is setting and just finish these off. Oh, yes. Beautiful. What do you think of Lila's shiny chocolate baubles?
And my shiny hands.
Bauble sprouts, yeah, that's right. No rules. I'll tell you what, Lila, you can help me with this. I can tell you like being busy, don't you? You done food tech at school today? What did you
Let's
make?
not talk about that.
Oh, really?
Actually, I made it was like a chocolate log, but you had to buy the cake, chocolate cake from the shop.
Okay.
But you had to decorate it. So I bought the icing sugar and the butter and the cocoa powder, which is what you needed to use.
Okay.
So I mixed them together. It took me quite a while because I didn't realise how light the hot chocolate powder was because it was supposed to be darker.
Okay.
So I thought I got it wrong, but actually it was the right one and everyone else got it wrong.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, so you were just kind of lucky, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Or maybe you knew. Maybe you had that. Maybe because chocolate in your blood and it's in your DNA and it's like intuitive to you without even subconsciously doing it. Yeah. Did you see how I just did that? So I know we were telling a story, but literally just finished that. So just pipe in the middle.
Yeah.
And then let that build up.
I'll do a test.
Shall we come a little bit closer, Harriet, so you can see what we're doing? So if we just move the baubles that way, sorry, Lila. And then I'm going to put that over here, leave that piping bag for you, and then basically, once we've done the top, so this is going to seal them, keep the inside fresh, and it just, stops them from drying out, and then a little bit of sea salt on top, but you could put a little bit of crushed Oreo on top, like you don't have to use sea salt. This is where you can, feel free just to mix things up. So I'm going to leave you with that just for 1 minute while I just very quickly wash my hands. I hope everyone's enjoying the Choc and Roll show tonight. Harriet and James seem to be enjoying watching what's going on, and how quick though as well. Like when my dad trained, he trained as a confectioner, so he worked in a sweet factory, and he used to make things like jelly babies and wine gums, and he found that the end product took like weeks to get the results. Like they'd spend days on days in the oven. And if he's watching, he'll confirm that now. He used to work at Twillhorn Sweet Factory in Stockport. And with chocolate, it's melted, get it to the right temperature, mould it, shape it, boom, it's done. You can cool it and it's ready to sell, ready to eat, whatever you want to do with it. I'm just going to go through that tempering process with you, Margaret. So yeah, of course, I'm going to keep it kind of brief, but I'm always going to touch on tempering because it's something that I'm really passionate about. So I've melted the chocolate the chocolate comes to me from Belgium like this. Solid chocolate button. Sorry, Lyle, I've just dropped one on the old Bailey's sponsor.
That's fine.
I melt this in the microwave until it's a warm liquid. And then I literally add those in like that. Chuck the solid chocolate pieces back in and keep mixing it until the temperature comes right down, until it's cool to touch on my lip. My lip is my body's most sensitive part for temperature. I will also find that the lumps in the chocolate will no longer be melting. And when the lumps are not melting, the chocolate is tempered. It'll be cool to touch on my lip as well. And when it starts to set, it'll go like a thick paste. I can then reheat it as many times as I want. I can let it set. I can reheat it. I can do that as many times as I wish. And yeah, it doesn't deteriorate. It doesn't change the temper as long as we keep it cool to touch. So yeah, once it starts to thicken up, we put it back in the microwave or back on the heat, 5 seconds, and just bring it up to that workable consistency. Doing well there, Lila. Fantastic. Great work, great work.
I think I need to fill in some because...
Good work, Lila. Fantastic. You keep going. When you're done with those, you're going to add either crushed Oreo or mini fudge pieces or sea salt on top. You've got a fun job today. You enjoying yourself?
Yes. Tiny bit left.
Is everybody enjoying watching the show today? So we're just turning the light round to face this way, and you can hear that happening out there. So it needs some WD-40 on that, I think. Thanks for joining us on the Choc and Roll Show. It's not over yet. We've still got some more magic over here. But I just thought I'd come over this side into my naughty corner and tell you a little story if you are ready to listen. Who wants to hear this? Over here. Over here. Chocolatier. A chocolate's ear by a chocolatier. Not by me, by Papa Choc. These are made by Simon Dunn Chocolatier. It's a bit like Papa Elf, isn't it? Simon Dunn Chocolatier, Chocolate Street, High Lane. So, little story on the ears. My dad was asked by ITV, and this is an exclusive, by the way. I did clarify and clear with my mum and dad that I was allowed to say this today because he's done a big order of all these chocolate ears for Britain Get Talking, supported by Young Minds. And that's on the ribbon. I'm not sure whether you can see that because I know it. Ooh. Britain Get Talking, supported by Young Minds. These are being sent to TV presenters within ITV. It's got the ITV logo on, so very exciting. No, they have not been on the TV just yet, but they have been sent out to a number of celebrities, Lorraine, Holly, Philip, Gino, presenters off the TV. And it's quite symbolic. It's all about getting Britain talking, but more so listening. And I think that's often a great point because I'm going to just turn that off in case there's a hum there. Getting people to listen. How can you be there to listen to what somebody has to say a bit more rather than encouraging people to talk? I think when people don't want to talk, like that's a problem. And you can say to people, you need to talk, but there's a reason why they don't. So I think it's more sort of being there to listen. You never know how important that is. You never know how somebody might need that outlet to be able to speak and speak about how they feel. So that's why it's a big campaign, and it's about getting Britain talking and Britain listening as well. So it's like give the gift of hearing, you know, like give somebody your ear. And for me, I'm involved in a podcast, which you might already know, called Going In Deep. And if you haven't heard it and you're interested in things like that, check it out. It's all about being a better version of yourself, improving, making that 1% improvement every day. How you can do that. I do it with Ben Eastwood. He's a great friend of mine. He's a mindset coach. He's the leading edge of mindset coaches. And I work with Ben and with Liam Gardner. And in our WhatsApp group, we're always sharing different ideas, different themes and concepts. And literally, we connect and share all these feelings, emotions, inspiration, ideas on a daily basis. And for us, that communication is so important. Like we charge each other, like the energy we get from each other. One of us might be in a low mood one day, but when you hear a message from somebody else, it picks you up. So I think that's mainly voice notes on WhatsApp. So I just think that's super important. And if anyone does relate to that in any way, let me know, because I'd be really interested. This is something I'm really passionate about. Kalini, if you're still watching, you know how passionate I am about communication. So it's really excited that my dad's doing this campaign with ITV, and it gives me an opportunity really to share how passionate I am about speaking about how I feel and listening to somebody else, because you can help lift their mood and you can help them to understand something, a situation. I think often by speaking about a problem or speaking about something that's on your mind, because you have to work out how to articulate it, it helps you to understand it better, helps you get a different perspective on it. And often, even without that person's feedback, which, by the way, can be an amazing thing to help get you through a situation, but even just by speaking it, you can also almost find the solution as you're speaking it. It's like it all starts to kind of make sense. So that's why, for me, that's why I think it's really important, this campaign. So I just wanted to come over into this corner, into my naughty corner where I've got all my toys. I wonder if we can get a little close up on some of my little toys down there, because when people come in, I was saying to James and Harriet and Lila, I've literally lost their attention for the first 5 minutes, because you can see all like my Thundercats, my Batman figures, everything on the shelves here. So this is where I do the podcast in this corner. And yesterday I was recording some stuff for my friend's business, Man Polish, where I was doing an application video, and it's like a tinted moisturizer for men. So it's not makeup, but it's got a slight tint to it. So it gives you that glow, especially in the winter months, just helps your confidence, which again is important for your mental health, for your communication, being confident. And so that was fun. That was yesterday. But I've also just posted a video from this naughty corner where I've been sharing some things that I put in my notes on my phone. Like who uses their notes in their phone, like not just for their shopping list, because I'm not going to be sharing videos about my shopping list or what I had for last night's takeaway. But in my notes in my phone, it might be ideas, it might be business concepts, new ideas for the Choc and Roll show, for the podcast, my interpretation on happiness, how to be the best version of yourself, all of these things that are just in my notes in my phone that I'd never really intended to share with anybody. But I've decided, because I started to share them into the lads' WhatsApp group for Going In Deep, they said, share that out there, put it out there to a wider audience. So I've shared a video today on my LinkedIn, and I'm going to be sharing more of that sort of stuff on YouTube as well. So you'll see a different side. You'll see Ollie the Choc over here and just Ollie right here, and which is very much what I am on the podcast. So there we go. Just wanted to share that with you. We'll go back in and see how Lila's getting on.
Hello.
How's my little reindeer doing?
Good, actually.
He's looking fab. Oh, I forgot to actually say we could do those as well, couldn't we? So
Yeah.
I'll get you another pad
I've
bag.
decided to like
Fudge pieces.
Yeah, because of course I love the
Oh yes.
and the salt.
Salt Bay. You love Salt Bay?
Yeah.
Who knows Salt Bay? Do you know who Lila's talking about? Harriet and James definitely know what I'm talking about. Would you go to that guy's restaurant? Would that be like? Would that appeal to you, Harriet?
I'd love to go.
Yeah. He puts his like gold leaf on the steaks and all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah.
We should bring some. I've got some gold leaf actually. What would you like to see gold leaf on? What would gold leaf be cool on with chocolate? Do you think? Mike, how about that car there? Like that car behind you. It's a bit like the Back to the Future DeLorean. It's a Ferrari. Yeah, on the windows. Yeah. Ooh. The handbag would be cool with all the. So the handbag mold. I actually got this taken off my website because I listed it as a fake Chanel handbag. Pretty obvious I was going to get that kicked off, but yeah, got in a little bit of trouble with that. But it does look like a Chanel handbag.
It does.
But it's definitely no substitute, because it's not going to function very well as an actual handbag, is it?
No.
I mean, you could try. No harm in trying.
Just like
It'd be all right in the cold winter months.
yeah, not in the summer. Otherwise, it'll melt all over you.
Exactly. Right. So I'm going to leave that piping bag there. So you can do those ones whilst I pop these ones in the freezer. Thank you all for the lovely comments. I forgot the question, but chocolate is the answer. Big lips, we're talking. Yeah, chocolate lips. That's a great shout, that Mandy. Thank you so much, Margaret, for joining us, and thank you for the lovely comment. Everyone's loving the fact that Lila's been on here with me. I'm glad we did this tonight, Lila, because not only have we had a chance to catch up, we've been able to introduce you to our lovely viewers at the Choc and Roll show.
Yeah,
So
and I hope I'm here quite
again.
Yeah,
You'll
again.
be back again. Well, we can talk to each other about ideas and things that you want to make, because
Yes.
you're good with ideas, aren't you? Like we talked about this before. What was your idea for me that you remember that I took on board?
About New York.
Oh, well, no, not that one.
Oh, yes. So, it was about a year ago or
Yeah.
a year and a half ago
Yeah.
where me and Uncle Oddie were in his old room and we were thinking of ideas for new, like, chocolate chocolate ideas,
creations,
which will be like, which people will like.
Okay.
So I thought of the idea of chocolate slime, which is where it all came from.
Where it all came from, edible chocolate slime. And now I do lots of kits with the edible slime in. We did a live right here. Who joined us on the edible slime? Melted marshmallow, green chocolate.
Me.
Yeah, you did? Did you make it at home on that time? Or?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, love it. Amazing. Dedication. It's a tough life, isn't it? Being in a chocolate family. I love how you call it that. Being in a chocolate family, like it's a thing, like it's normal.
Yes.
So I think, have we covered everything there? Let me just double check there. I've talked to you about ITV. I've talked to you about, so we've done Choc News in the naughty corner over there. And we've done the bomb. We need to do the actual hot chocolate, don't we? We need to actually serve it. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
We need to do that.
So let's just see. This one's probably going to be the best because it's a nice wide mug. So you've got these very pretty looking ones that I feel is a shame to melt. Whereas these ones are, you know, they've not decorated these. They're covered in my fingerprint. So I'm just going to pop that in there. In fact, on second thoughts, I'm going to use this glass instead. So I'm going to remove the popcorn from there. Right, swap that in there. Okie dokie. And I'm going to get a little bit of hot milk from my flask. You go climbing up mountains, Lila, don't you?
Yes.
You could take this flask of hot milk up there, couldn't you, and make a hot chocolate?
Oh, wow, that would be amazing.
Right, James is getting me a close-up here, which is great. There is steam, which is a good sign. But whether it's melting or not remains to be seen. We've got a hole. We've got a hole. Oh, suspense is killing me. Oh, you see that? You see that? Marshmallows are coming out. Oh, look, they erupted. You see? Oh, my goodness. We need to do that afterwards, guys, and get a slow-mo of that, don't we? How cool.
Yeah.
Right. So all you do is give it a stir. So all the chocolate mixes in. Easy. Super easy to do. You can put some drinking chocolate in there, some drinking chocolate powder, or just some extra chocolate buttons. Got your marshmallow, your crushed Oreo. Wow, I'll tell you what, that looks good.
And you would never know if that's dark chocolate or milk chocolate. White chocolate. Because...
You reckon? Does it look good?
Yes.
Yes. We'll leave that there for a minute. You can drink that later if you want, but might want to let it cool down a little bit. That's not got Baileys in it. That's yours, Lila. Harriet, James, would you like one with Baileys in it? Yeah. So all I'm going to do is literally add a splash of Baileys just straight in the hot chocolate afterwards. Nice and easy. A dash of Baileys. You can always add a dash of whiskey, a dash of Tia Maria. What else could you add into your hot chocolates? You've got the salted caramel Baileys, the orange Baileys. Is there a mint one, or did I make that up? I don't know. You've got the different flavoured Baileys now, haven't you? Let me know in the comments what you would add into your hot chocolate to make it a little bit extra boozy as well. Christmas market vibes. Mm-hmm. We've already heard from Lila on that. Got the exclusive. Guys, is it good? Is it thumbs up? Yeah?
Yes. It's amazing.
Well done. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of crushed Oreo on these, breaking that up. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Remind me of my dad's and your Pompa's cappuccino cups. And he actually puts ground coffee on the top. Have you seen those ones?
Yes, I think you need a bit of salt.
A bit of salt? Yeah, do it. This is like the holy grail, but in a cup. Oh, you love that Salt Bay technique. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed watching, give this a share on your social media just to spread the Choc love far and wide. We're going to finish off these Bailey's cups with the Oreo and sea salt toppings. Happy days. And I'm going to try not to eat these because I'm going to be here late tonight making chocolate pizzas with America, as you do.
Yes.
So wish me luck for that one. It's going to be a late finish, but we love it. Somebody said last week we should have finished last week's show with keep the change, you filthy animal. And I was so upset that I didn't get a chance to say that. Well, we'll just finish off with our usual. Do you know what the usual is? Starts with peace.
Peace, love, chocolate.
Yes, we'll do it together after 3. 1, 2, 3. Peace, love, chocolate.